The day Grace walked the road. The sun rose gently over the hills of Galilee as Jesus walked the dusty road alone. Villages were waking, doors opening, fires crackling, hearts carrying unseen burdens. Wherever Jesus went, people followed, not because he demanded it, but because hope seemed to walk beside him. That morning he entered a small village troubled by fear. A woman had been accused, dragged into the center of the street, surrounded by angry voices and raised stones. The law was clear. The judgment was harsh. Jesus stood silently among them. He knelt and traced lines in the dust with his finger. The crowd waited, restless. Then he spoke softly. "Let the one without sin cast the first stone." Silence fell. One by one, stones dropped to the ground. The accusers walked away, leaving only Jesus and the woman. He looked at her, not with condemnation, but with mercy. "Where are they?" He asked. "They are gone," she whispered. "Then go," he said, "and begin again." Word spread quickly. By noon, fishermen gathered near the lake, exhausted and discouraged. They had worked all night and caught nothing. Their nets were empty, just like their spirits. Jesus stepped into one of the boats and asked them to push out a little from shore. "Cast your nets again," he said. They hesitated. They had already tried. Still they obeyed. When they pulled the nets back, they were so full they began to tear. Awe filled their hearts. In that moment, they understood. Faith could turn emptiness into abundance. As evening approached, crowds followed him into the hills. The people were hungry, tired, and far from home. The disciples panicked. There was no food, no solution. All they could find was a boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish. Jesus took the small offering, lifted his eyes to heaven, and gave thanks. He broke the bread and shared it, again and again, until everyone ate. When it was over, 12 baskets remained. What seemed insufficient became more than enough in his hands. Later that night, a storm rose on the sea. The disciples battled the waves, fear gripping their hearts. Suddenly, they saw Jesus walking toward them on the water. "Do not be afraid," he said calmly. "It is I." The wind settled, the waves rested. Peace returned, not because the storm never came, but because Jesus was present within it. Days later, he stood outside a tomb where his friend Lazarus lay dead. Grief filled the air. Martha cried, "Lord, if you had been here." Jesus wept with them. Then he called out, "Lazarus, come out." And life returned where death had ruled. Through every step of his journey, Jesus showed the world that love is stronger than fear, mercy greater than judgment, and faith more powerful than doubt. He did not promise an easy road, but he promised to walk it with us. Even today, his voice still whispers to tired hearts. Do not give up. Begin again. Trust me. If you love Jesus and me to become a big YouTuber, please comment Amen in the video to thank God.